So, Collective Shout interviews Steam sexual hmm, violence game defenders are abusers in real life. Collective Shout has responded to the global controversy about the removal of thousands of adult games from Steam and Visa and MasterCard's responsibility. So, first, guys, these people, for what I understand from Savvy and Hypnotic and just other people that are researching this, these women, they're crazy, and they come from Australia. And Australia is one of the most woke places, like most delusional places on earth right now, much to the horror of Australian people themselves. So this is pretty freaking bad already. And although they're coming from there, they want to affect the whole world. They think that they should have a say about which people, which games should be on Steam and which is too violent or not. Now, I do have something to say about that, but Logan, please keep me in check when it comes to things that I want to say, because I do want to say something about that. First time that I heard about this, it sounded a bit more grounded, but then when you start to dig into it, you're like, oh, they actually just want to control everything. This is not about doing good of any kind, just nonsense. So, yeah. So TLDR, Collective Shout's campaign led payment processors Visa and MasterCard to pursue Steam into removing adult games depicting sexual violence against women, highlighting ethical concerns over glorifying abuse. This shift enforces stricter content policies aiming to protect women from harmful media while sparking debate on censorship and platform responsibility, which is basically something that is, well, this is under false pretenses, basically.
I mean, what games do that actually?
I have no
I
idea.
have never seen games that do that. Jesus Christ.
Even in GTA, when you slap someone, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
because this does not reflect real life. This is nonsense, and it's about in the context of the gaming world, it is absolute shenanigans. It's not anything that translates to the real world, and this has been proven many years ago that, this is not our first rodeo in terms of people complaining about games being violent or whatever,
Yeah.
but it has been proven psychologically with science that games do not affect people in a violent way, and this does not transcend into the real world and how you would actually act as an adult in the real world. So even I would say when you killing things into the gaming world, you understand this and perceive this subconsciously and consciously as fun, but this does not mean that you actually find violence fun in real life. On the contrary, you do recognize that violence in the real world is extremely stressful, horrifying to whoever is witnessing it. If you're doing it, if it's done to you, this is stress, this is horror, and it's not pleasant. It is a negative thing. We all recognize that. It's natural for us to recognize that. So for someone to say that an entertainment platform, medium or whatever you can call gaming, can somehow make us violent in the real world is absolute lunacy, and it is scientifically incorrect. I would say that. Do you want to say something before I continue reading the article?
Well, I mean, I really don't think that any media can make you do that. I mean, if you're crazy to try to do some of those things, that it means that you're crazy. Like, for example, we grew up watching wrestling.
Yes.
I have never tried to do some of the moves on any of my classmates or things like that. I mean, not just because they were saying this is just a show at the beginning, and don't try this at home. We are professional athletes and stuff like that. But because you actually, a smart person who knows that there is not the real thing. I mean, even if you shout and you don't know that they don't really fight, you know that it's not right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't realize that, then apparently something is wrong with you altogether.
Altogether,
It's not because of the media. I mean, I like Batman. That doesn't mean that I'm ready to put a batsuit now and start going, after a crime. Because we can't do it like that now. We can do it in other ways. So, So
Yeah.
yeah, I really don't think that it's because of the media or anything else.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. And minimal effort says this is absolutely where I find myself. I could see myself agreeing with some of their stances, but their approach is all wrong. Absolutely. I mean, agreeing with some of their stances by a matter of principle, some things should not be depicted in gaming. That's absolutely true.
Absolutely.
Some types of violence against women or children should never be depicted in gaming because this is not. This is entertainment. It's not supposed to be that horrifying. You can tell a story without getting into explicit imagery or whatever.
Exactly.
And it takes a lot of artistic creativity to show something that is not pleasant, but you show it in a way that is impactful but not explicit. This is key to good storytelling and also good filmmaking because games are not a lot like films by
Yeah.
this time
I mean,
by this point.
you don't need to show a full blow-on orgy in your show to actually make a point, as we say. So yeah.
Peacemaker.
For example, Peacemaker. Yes. Or for example, because we recently watched that Red Sonja thingy.
Oh no, Red Sonja.
Yeah.
Don't start with
That
Red
doesn't
Sonja.
exist.
No,
But
no,
my
no.
point is that now in the old one, in the original, they implied what happened to her, which is also in the comic books, that she was, yeah. But they do not show it or anything else. They just imply that this happened to her. We know this happened to her. They didn't. They don't have to show you, Zack Snyder, what happened to her. We know that's where the impact comes. We know what happened to her. We know what's her motivation to actually to have the revenge after that, to learn how to fight and to go
Okay,
after.
we are getting totally off
So
topic.
here you go.
But
Go.
yeah. Okay. Joey says if games affect someone to snap, they were broken to begin with and didn't get help in time. Exactly.
Yeah.
Minimal effort says I grew up during the Colombian high school shooting. Everyone blamed mainly.
Marilyn Manson.
Sorry, Marilyn Manson, the Matrix of video games. Sure. That's
Sure.
just playing that. Sure. Log Dragneo, hello to
Hey,
you.
hello.
Hello too. The thing is, abuse of children is already illegal, so they're targeting legal content, whether we personally enjoy the content. I mean, I don't even know which game they took down, but in any case, what is illegal is not on the platform unless they missed it. Okay.
Unless they missed it.
Yeah, continuing. Nobody has a human right to simulate an act. To simulate and enact fantasies of ape and extreme violence against women. Kathleen Rupert, the campaign's manager at Collective Shout, explained in a recent email interview with me. Not being able to access ape games from popular gaming platforms is a minor inconvenience, not a violation of a person's right. Payment processors get to determine if they do not want to host illegal content, including ape, sexual violence, incest, child something abuse and exploitation, and something ality. When is that in a game explicitly?
In
Which
which
game is that? It's all of those things.
Really? What game is that indeed? I mean, I have never seen a game like that.
I mean, I will question anybody's mental state if they actually want to play something like that consciously,
yeah, totally.
to desire to play that. But this is not what this is about because they're telling us, they're gaslighting us basically to believe that there's illegal content that's allowed, but it's illegal. How is then allowed? Doesn't make any sense.
But it's okay for them to have the game in which you date everything.
Yeah, obviously, because it's inanimate objects that are all of a sudden now alive. So not inanimate objects. Yeah, this is tough article to read on a live stream. Lots of grape.
Great for it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Collective Shout, a small group from Australia, created a stir within the PC gaming community when it targeted Steam, the biggest storefront and platform, with a campaign that resulted in payment processors such as Visa and MasterCard threatening to pull their service from the platform if Valve didn't remove games depicting sexual islands against women. Okay, but Visa and MasterCard should never have anything to do with our gaming or deciding what they should provide their services for in that manner. They should be far away from such decisions at all. They just are there to process our payments. That is so much is clear to us since, debit or credit cards were a thing. So what the heck? I mean, these people, just I talked about before the woke mindset. I did a video about that. That's literally this state of mind where everybody is at fault, and the ones that are projecting this false narrative are basically with a victim mindset, and everything is bad. But then this is under false pretenses because their real goal to behave this way is to control people at the end of the day, control whoever they can, in this case, institutions, payment processors, whatever. So this is just so disgusting and evil. I can't even. So basically, one of the greatest evils is when you can convince someone that they're doing evil so they stop, but actually by doing so, you're taking away their agency, free will, whatever, freedoms, and you just control them, which is basically a tyranny regime. To convince them of something that is not a problem,
Yeah.
you're creating a false problem. You're creating a false narrative. So this is so evil. I can't even begin to explain it. I mean, I can't explain it better than that.
And it comes from a country that some people claim it didn't exist.
Oh, that's a funny topic, but that's another
Yeah.
topic. So, Valve was forced to comply with the demands of the payment providers and change Steam's policy to reflect the new changes. But that's like literally changing the status quo. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You don't touch any of this. The response from the gaming community was nothing short of an uproar, with thousands raising concerns that the new precedent has been set, Valve having to bend the knee to payment providers and ban games that weren't previously against the platform's terms of service.
But again, which are those games?
Which are those?
Which?
Which are those?
Can
You
we
don't
get
know.
like a list or something like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna check the comments, guys. Just hold on. I want to get through this article.
Hey, Oblivion is here.
Jesus Christ, it's
Hi,
so
Oblivion.
freaking fat. The article that
It's a
is.
fat article, yeah. Maybe we should read selectively.
Oblivion, Cecil as well. Okay,
Hey, it's you, yeah.
let me just check the comments because I'll miss a lot. Okay, thank you, Cecil, for saying, reminding the people to hit the button. Joey says, threatened to pull support from Steam, but supporting Roblox is fine. Didn't see collected Karens go at it either. Yeah, that's another thing, like the hypocrisy. There's actual issues, actual issues there, and they did nothing. They do absolutely nothing about that. Minimal Effort says, fun fact, here in the US, there are some credit card companies that won't let you purchase a Pew Pew, even though it's a legal right here to own one. Well, that is crazy. It's like they're making their own laws.
Yeah.
Like, who are they? Who do they think they are? Jesus Christ. Joy says, besides payment processors trying to control what games we can, control what games we can, what's next, what our services can we use. Coral? What the heck is that? Coral was to start eating more unhealthy stuff like Bill Gates sit crab black. What the heck is Bill Gates sit crab?
He's doing a synthetic food or something.
What?
Bill Gates? Really?
Is he nuts?
Well, I mean.
And yeah, hi Oblivion.
Wasn't he always nuts?
Yeah. You better be late tonight or I will think something is wrong. Can buy Clumsy Me and Coral steer us to buy whatever they want. Gotcha. Okay, continuing. Following this decision and the widespread reporting of its impact on the Steam platform, a harassment campaign has been launched towards Collective Shout. Harassment campaign? Excuse me. Which the organization is now engaging with lawyers, the FBI, and even the UN in response to threats that include pornography, actual violence, and death threats. It is clear many of the men defending the ape games which of course we know that they called Savia a man and she is not. So now she's also trying to go after them with the authorities because they literally misgender her.
I mean, that's you know.
So I have no idea what can happen there, but that's a thing. So Abe Gates perpetuate crime, so violence against women, because they're doing it to us right now. Caitlin tells me that is absolutely
Who is
ridiculous.
doing what
Don't know
against them? I
what.
mean, what? Nobody's doing anything.
If she wants, she can go to the Middle East and see how that goes.
Yeah. I mean, the place where there are actual problems and nobody's doing
That damn thing.
anything about that. Yeah, with actual problems. And here is, oh no, it's a game, but really, no games do that. I mean,
Yeah, go be an activist in the Middle East,
yeah.
please. Go there, protect
There-
women
they
there.
should
They
be there,
actually
protect
need a
women
lot
there.
of protection,
They
like
really need it there,
literally.
yeah.
They need end of sexism, end of women having no rights, end of all of that bullshit. That is absolutely a crime against humanity. Just go and be an activist there. Let's see how that works, but just go, try.
Hey, a doggy.
Yeah. I would ask those who view the loss of their ape games as censorship to consider if they are as concerned with women's basic human rights and the glorification of male violence against women. There's
But
no.
there is no nowhere
Jesus Christ.
is happening that. I
When
mean,
you depict such a thing in a game like in GTA, I mean, most of the time it's optional. I mean, let's say that guy Trevor, if he slaps a woman, that doesn't mean that the game says, "Oh, it's great to slap women around." No, it depicts this absolute trash of a man, and it says,
absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
"Look, this is a disgusting man."
Mm.
So you know that he is a disgusting guy. You know that what he's doing is wrong. You know that those are criminals that you're playing. Criminals. You are aware of that. You're just following their story and doing missions, but that doesn't mean that you are now all of a sudden okay with that in real life. It has nothing to do with that. I mean, these women are older women. They obviously are not gamers because they would absolutely know if they're objective. Then when you are a gamer, you experience a world, something that's not of your real world, and that's the point. It's escapism. You're supposed to go there,
Exactly,
be
yeah.
entertained, develop some skills actually. While you're playing a game, you have to think, you have to do certain things. In some games you don't have to think that much, but in general, and GTA is just such an experience that you remember it for your whole life. It's like watching a 20-hour movie or something,
Yeah.
but every part of it is interesting and you actually participate in this movie or story. So it's just an experience that movies cannot give us. It is very valuable. Gaming,
Yeah,
that
that's
is.
actually interactive experience.
Yeah, a
Usually
lot of
movies cannot give you that,
intelligence
yeah.
and thinking. And so many people, most of the times, they just pour their hearts out if they want to tell a story. And sometimes that story is not pleasant. But that doesn't mean that it is glorifying if you show something bad. When we talk about Xena, for example, I mean, she was evil and then she became good, but you see how she goes through that, what evil she did, and how she goes through this transformation and becomes good. So it's not glorified that she was bad before she became good. It's quite the opposite.
Yeah.
But you have to see the bad to appreciate the good.
Exactly.
You have to see the bad to appreciate the good.
You have to see
That
the bad
is
example.
how it is.
Like, for example, how also the Joker behaves with Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
You have to see what he's doing to understand how evil he is, and what sort of a person that is.
Yeah.
And nobody will like that. I mean, nobody will say, yeah, that's a great man right there.
Yeah. Keep suffering, Harley. It's great.
Harley, yes.
Nobody's
really
saying
great.
that.
Yeah, nobody's saying that.
Okay, continue. I mean, if we don't continue, we are not gonna reach even Mario. So
People says I thought Bulgaria loved the Middle East.
that's a joke, right?
Yeah, of course.
Since we were enslaved by the Ottoman Empire for 500 years.
We love it very much.
I mean, that's why we have a chip on our shoulder.
Yeah.
And we still do. And people should never
To this
forget
day.
what happened. Because such suffering and, basically the worst human atrocities committed in human history are on the
Exactly.
Bulgarian people, yeah. What they did to us is unspeakable. For 500 years, again.
Where is our game about that?
Yeah, where is our game?
Where is it? Yeah.
I
If
don't
there
want
is a
that.
game about those immigrants and stuff like that, shouldn't we be, oh, we want the
Yeah.
representation? No, no, no,
We
no,
actually don't want that at
no,
all.
no,
We
really,
don't want
no
to
need. I don't,
experience, live, see it.
I don't even want to watch the old Bulgarian movies that depict those stuff. And we do have those.
Oh yeah,
We do
those are
have those.
unbearable.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Unbearable. Don't even tell these women about some of the tough fantasies that women have. Oh, you're right, actually. Yeah, many women want a lot of men at the same time. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
let's continue.
Let's continue.
While some gamers were upset that their games were now removed from the platform, many felt Valve's compliance with the situation highlighted an overreach by payment processors. Did I read that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Particularly the moral policing
Policy.
of art content under the threat of withdrawing payment processing support. Although some of the content is illegal in Australia, the campaign's effect has been global. In a nutshell, by Visa, I don't know why I want to read this Visa.
Visor.
No,
Visor,
no logic.
Get to the visor.
Visa
Mastercard
or
and visor.
MasterCard deem the adult games as an elevated risk to their brands through association, regardless of their legality. Hence, their decision to threaten Steam with the global removal of their services. Our work focuses on combating the sexual objectification and exploitation of women and girls, so we focus our energy there. Kathleen Rupert said when asked about the legality of the content it targets. We call out this
I'm sure she speaks
objectification.
exactly like that, but
We call out this objectification and abusive depictions of women and girls, even where they are not illegal. Legality is not the defining factor. It's about documented evidence of harm to women and girls. Where is the documented
Where-
evidence? Where is it? Where?
Did they play those games, or how did they understood that this happens in the games? Actually, how exactly?
Yes.
Really.
You know, this is a battery for
Yeah.
a mobile phone, but I'm sure for absolutely no reason or proof that this battery contains a hamster. I'm sure of it.
Exactly, yes.
No-
It's
no
actually
logic.
powered by little hamsters
Yes.
inside that are turning a wheel.
They're
and-
spinning
yeah,
around and around.
Yes.
Yeah, that is exactly how logical what they're saying is. Yeah. We object to content that harms and status of women and girls, that objectifies and dehumanizes them, regardless of legal or illegal status. In some cases, of course, the content we object to is illegal, as was the case here. I spoke with Kathleen Rupert, the campaign manager of the collective shout, and one of the organization's members who pushed the campaign into the view of Visa and MasterCard, which resulted in Steam's policy being changed to account for the guidelines being enforced by payment providers, and ultimately the removal of thousands of adult games from Steam. Here is the full transcript of our interview, which was conducted via email.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That
So
was a
official.
passionate journalist there.
It's so official.
Yeah.
Collect the shelf full interview. Okay, we're not gonna read
Yeah,
the
we
full
think, yeah.
interview. It's nonsense. It's
As
bullcrap.
Thibault says, humor is illegal in Australia, so apparently those women
God damn it.
have no sense of humor.
God damn it.
For the imperium must not fail. Imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might. Their purpose burning crystal bright. To lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.